Lesson 6 of Chapter 10 is mainly a review section, but it does have some practice on solving two-step equations with rational numbers. We've done something like this before in another chapter with whole numbers, as the example on the left shows. Start with a number and multiply it by 3, and then subtract 4, and you end up at positive 12. And you can recall that you have to work backwards to solve these. So if you knew what n was, you would multiply by 3 and then subtract 4. So you have to go in reverse order. So we have to undo the subtracting 4 first, and the opposite of that would be to add 4. So it's important that you record what you're doing. You have to show your work on this. We're going to do add 4 on both sides. This would be a 0 pair, leaving 3n equals, that's a plus symbol, 16. And then you divide both sides by 3, trying to get n all by itself. And as will happen with the equations that you're going to be working with, you don't necessarily get a whole number, because 3 doesn't go into 16 evenly. 3 goes into 16 5 times. Remainder 1. And we could write that as a fraction. We can continue to divide. It's going to be a repeating decimal. It's going to be 5 1/3. It's probably easier just to write it as a mixed number because it's clean, and you're done. And then the other example on the right is start with a number, divide it by 6, and then add 8. And so you have to work backwards. So you're going to subtract 8 from both sides. And here again, we're going to be working with a mixed number. So 0 pair here, leaving you a divided by 6 equals, you make this plus a negative 8. If you wanted to, you could put 0/3 here. So the sum is going to be a negative number, 1/3 in the fractional part, and negative 11. And then you have to, as we're in our quest to get a all by itself, we must undo dividing by 6. So we're going to multiply by 6. It's getting a little tricky here. So this results in a. And then let me just take a shortcut here, because I don't really have room to show. Well, let me try here. This would be 3 times negative 11. 3 times 11 is 33, and 1 more makes 34. So this is 34, negative 34 over 3, times 6 over 1. Now this is kind of nice here, because the 3 will cancel, and the 6 will be, 3 goes into 6 2 times. And this would result in negative 34 times positive 2 is negative 68. And I would normally like to work down, but I ran out of screen room. So a would equal negative 68. Another way you might do this is to do negative 11 times 6 is negative 66. And 1/3 times 6 is 2. Put parentheses in there. So it's 66 plus 2, 68, and it's the opposite of 68. And this is a really short video, so this is all there is. The rest of this lesson is just a review of the other things that we've done with rational numbers in Chapter 10.